Now two flags fly above my land that really sum up how I feel. One is the colors that fly high and proud, the red, the white, the blue. The other one's got a rattlesnake with a simple statement made. Don't tread on me is what it says, and I'll take that.
Hey y'all, Big Bub here from Big Bub Outdoors. Want to do me a video I'm calling From Trash to Treasure. Been after an Abu Garcia 7000 for many years. I'm always checking eBay, work. Pawn shop's always a great place. You never know what's going to come in there. Got a lot of good reels from the pawn shop. My Abu Garcia 5500D, my Abu Garcia 5500, my Abu Garcia 5000, my Abu Garcia 6600 have all come from the pawn shop. I rebuild them most of the time if there's something wrong with them. But I've been waiting for a 7000. I was on eBay the other day and I ran across one and I got into a small little bidding war. I won. I got this reel for $40. The guy said that it was in rough shape and the worm gear did not move. The worm don't move on it, but everything else worked. So I'm going to turn it around and show you, and I think I can fix it. I know I can fix it. It might cost a little more money, but I might get lucky and not have to spend anything. So I'm going to turn this around and show you all what I got. As y'all can see, it's corroded, but I got looking at that. That's a stainless steel under there. There's no pitting actually in it. This is big pieces of sand caked all over this thing. As you can see, I'm flaking it off. There's a little bit of pitting along the edges here. That is full of sand in there and there. I checked the worm. The worm actually looks pretty clean. The tube's a little dirty. Y'all can see, I don't know if you can hear that. That sounds pretty horrible. But I'm going to tear this apart. I'm not going to show the teardown. If you guys would like me to do a video of a teardown, I will. I'll set everything up and do a video of a teardown. Clicker works. Got a nice clicker on it. Still got the pin in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side piece off, pull everything out, pull the worm out, and then take this and then pull the spool out. And then I'm going to take this side, pull it all apart, check my drags and all my gears. I'm going to soak everything down in vinegar. I'm going to get a toothbrush. I'm going to scrub this thing up real nice. And then after all that, I'm going to re-grease it and put everything back together. And hopefully, like I said, I go from trash to treasure. Because the guy had this listed as junk/trash for parts. They come out of New York. A nice little power handle, the drag. Like I said, you know, that thing, it's pretty dirty. It's hard to turn. But this is my new goal because I went over and seen my buddy Fat Boy Dan because I originally started working on my boat. And I had some questions about it because I was pretty sure, you know, I've never worked on boat motors and I'm kind of applying regular mechanics from a car over to a boat, which is pretty well similar. But I was pretty darn sure that my starter was shot. It was dragging real bad and didn't look like it wanted to disengage, but I wanted to make sure that, you know, a boat motor wasn't designed that way. Went and talked to him and he said absolutely. So now I'm working on this. I did get some new stuff from Dan. I'll be right back. Let me set this down and just kind of show you. Look, y'all take a good look at this reel. Just set that right there for a second. I did get some things from Dan while I was there. I got me a pack of socks. I'm going to try these out. The Fat Boy Dan's Great Outdoors River Life of Indiana. Got a pretty badass looking catfish on there. You know, it's a Wabash Valley catfish, what that is. You know, if anybody knows about the Wabash River, right there, that's what we pull out. Them are all beat up and ugly. And then these, it kind of feels like a, I mean, it's not a cheap rag by no means. He gave me a nice fishing rag. It's got a good hard ring in there, and he's even got a loop on it. This is all Dan's logo. I might talk to him about getting me one, but I'm going to definitely rock this out. This rag, this is all ink printed. This isn't, you know, like that press-on vinyl cheap stuff. This isn't going to wash out, y'all. But this here kind of feels like old school chamois, where you know that you use to wash your car. That's what it feels like. I like that. And of course, you know, he let me pick my color, and my color, everybody knows, is orange everything. So I'm gonna rock those out. But if you guys are interested in getting a, you know, a rag with your logo or even Dan's logo or some socks, he's gonna have other stuff too, like jerseys, and I'm not sure what all he's got. I'm not gonna get into all that. But message Fat Boy Dan either on YouTube or on Facebook. Fat Boy Dan Great Outdoors, or, you know, if you know Dan personally, you can hit up his personal page. But I just went over there to talk to him about boat motor, and I ended up getting me some pretty cool fishing gear. So, you know, good shout out to my buddy Fat Boy Dan, and I appreciate it, man. I'm going to use the hell out of that. As a lot of y'all guys know, I just use a regular rag. I've got this loop here. It's been on all my wallets since I started fishing. And it's just a little clip with a key ring, and I shove a rag through there. Well, now, I got me a real nice one. And like I said, maybe one day I'll have my own. But I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to tear this down, in the second half, hopefully, of this video will be this reel back up and working. And then if you guys would like to see a video, comment down below of how to tear one of these down and resurface and take them from trash to treasure. Y'all let me know. Because I'm just a poor old hillbilly, and I can't afford to send these off. Last I heard, it was like $60 to get a reel service, and I ain't paying $60 to have a reel done. It could be cheaper other places. Other people might do it cheaper, but I don't know. I'm not getting into any of that. I want to know what's inside my reel, what's going on, and I'll do it myself. And I learned this by trial and error. I started out on my Abu Garcia 5000, and I've worked my way up. This will be my first 7000 that I tear apart. Like I said, this is a 7000 ic3. So it's going to be a monster catfish reel when I'm done. So catch y'all later. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't going to. Oh my goodness. This thing, there's no way it's ever been serviced. Look at that worm gear. It's corroded. I'm hoping, let's get this focused, that this will clean up and that is not chewed up as bad as I'm thinking it is. But it is pretty damn foul. It looks like somebody's pulled this out of a lake. Brakes still look good though. I did look at those. They still look pretty decent. And then inside of here, this is just a one cap. It is pretty darn filthy. So I'm going to start ripping it apart and showing you all what the end result is. Alright, y'all, I'm 2 hours down. I do have the worm on here working correctly now. But this is freaking nasty. This is why you need to service your reels, y'all. This is horrible. There's no need in this. But if people did that, I wouldn't have got this reel this cheap. So I'm about 2.5 hours in. I got the rest of the cage cleaned up and all nice and neat. I got the worm gear back up and working. Got the other side pretty well cleaned up. I'm going to get this side finished and then I will be putting it all back together. So in conclusion, from trash to treasure, I have fixed the reel. Let's see here. If y'all can see, that worm gear works just fine. I got it working, but I did find something else wrong with it. I'm physically turning this gear, and it is turning just fine. That gear is re-greased, but the center looks like it's pretty well shot. So I'm going to have to order a new one of those. And then I re-greased all this. And I don't know if y'all can see down in there, but it is worn down to the nub in the center of that one. So I'm going to order a new cog and a new spool gear. And then my Abu Garcia 7000 will be up and running. So thanks for watching, and I will do an update once I have those on. Bye-bye.